Hi, Isabel.
Welcome.
Thank you.
It's so great having you here.
Thank you. I'm happy to be
Even scared
here.
of touching, actually.
No, you can touch anything. They've all been touching
You
me.
give a hand. I'm like, oh. Yeah, that's true.
I'm happy.
On the mics and everything. So you got a new album out, new single out.
Yes.
It's been a while, though, since you...
It's been a long time, yeah. Especially for me personally. I mean, there has been various bits of Queen activity, which really now is kind of a sideline, you know, because I am me, you know, and we have to be, you know. Queen was something very special and I'm proud of it, but you can't be Queen without Freddie.
Oh, true.
You know, so I've been really involved in this project for the last 6 years, which is a long time. Yeah,
wow.
on and off. You know, there's been a lot of other stuff, but this project has been taking shape for that amount of time. So I'm excited. I have to tell you, this is the first time today I held this thing. You know, when you're a musician, you wait for this moment when you actually hold this thing, and it's very exciting. So I brought it to show you. This is the single.
Single.
I'm like a kid, you see. It's
On
like
My Way Up. And
this is the album.
Beautiful cover of the album, and the album is called Another World.
Beautiful tree.
Yeah, there's a story about this tree. You got to tell it, you know.
Yeah. I saw this tree in a magazine somewhere, a travel magazine, and I thought I have to find that tree because of the wonderful shape. It looks like a woman, you know. And the album was about another world, you know, things not being quite what they seem. And this seemed the best kind of visual parallel. So we went to the island where this tree lives, in the in a secret island in the Canaries. And we found the tree, and I did the photo session. And then we found all kinds of other things, strange rocks that looked like animals and things. So we did a number of photo calls there, you know. And you'll see on the album, there's various strange things, and you think, is that an animal, or what is that? You know, is that cloud an animal, or what?
That is the nicest thing about nature.
Yeah. So I got very involved in this.
Now, you're very involved because we all know that when you take a picture, a snapshot, it's done in a sec. But how long did you have? Wasn't that very tiring?
You know, the funny thing is I was doing everything but that when we were doing the session. I was trying to sort of make the same shape as the tree or interact with it somehow. And then I got really tired. I went, oh, okay, because my back was aching. And luckily Richard clicked, you know, and I thought, maybe that's the one, you know, and he did too. And then we brought them all back, all these things which we worked out, and then this was just the one.
It is a great picture.
It had to be the one because of all these curves and the way.
It's
There's
beautiful.
a kind of bonsai thing about this.
And also Another World gives something wide, and this is a wide picture as well. And you just said that it's about things that are not there, that are not really there?
Yeah, it's about things changing shape and trying to find another world in a kind of parallel universe, I suppose.
So that is a very good title, I think.
Yeah, it works, and it became the theme. You know, you work with things sometimes for years and you don't know quite what you're doing, and then suddenly you think, I understand now what I'm doing. You know, like supposing you were painting a picture every day, and then finally you thought, it all fits together, and that's how I was with this album.
And it starts with an intro, with a lot of sounds, guitars, synthesizers, and it's called Space. You also have something with, well, not really space, but with stars, right?
Yeah, that's my history, really. Yeah, I was trained to be an astronomer.
You were also trained for that?
Yeah.
Really? I thought you were just interested.
No, I actually was an astronomer for quite a while. I did a degree course in physics for 3 years, and then I did 4 years postgraduate astronomy. So I was this guy. And it was great, but music had a calling, you know. I had to do this, and I had to play guitar. And
Good, you did, you know.
I had to.
It would be, well, a waste is maybe hard to say, but a waste if you wouldn't have switched.
Yeah, it would have been bad for astronomy if I'd stayed.
But is that why you open with, because that is a part of your life? Is that also the reason that you start out with that track or not?
Well, there's always more meanings, I suppose, like it says on Another World, you know. And space, yeah, it's about stars and stuff, but also it's about an inner space, you know. And I got the idea for the track from a guy who was doing therapy with me. And he said, you know, if things are hurting you, if you're in pain, then what you can do is make a little space around you, like in your head, so they can't hurt you anymore. You know, and things in the past that hurt you, you can say, well, that's over, so there's a little space here between you and them. And things in the future which you're scared about, you make a little space. You say, you know, it's not going to happen 5 minutes, it's not going to happen in 5 hours, it's not going to happen in 5 days. So I'm safe. So you make this little space around you and you can breathe again. And I found that very useful. So I thought I would kind of share that.
I will remember that, actually.
Isn't
I think
that good?
it's very useful.
Yeah,
yes,
because sometimes you think, I can't move, I can't breathe, you know. And that just gives you enough room to breathe. Okay, you have a little clearing around you. Yeah. Sometimes it helps.
Wow.
So that's like the key to getting through the album, see.
That's the best opening, I think. And then On My Way Up. I think for the first single, Brian May comes out with his first single of his album, On My Way Up. Can you go any higher?
Well, my life is like this, you know, so it may not, you never know whether you're going like this or like that, you know, but at the time, all you care about is that you can find a place where you're moving up, and that's the best feeling, isn't it? You know, it sometimes doesn't matter how high you are, it's your direction that matters.
This is the Music Factory.